Hi, my name is Janesa,
Hello everyone, my name is Blake.
Hi, my name is May.
Hi everyone, my name is Eli.
and today my friends and I are going to answer the web's most searched questions about Harvard and Harvard students.
All right, first prompt, why does Harvard? Why does Harvard have such a good reputation? Ooh, because it's Harvard.
We've been open since 1636, so we've had a lot of time to build a reputation.
We also just have so many amazing classes, world-class professors, resources that we are so incredibly privileged to have.
But also, I think the academic environment that Harvard sort of cultivates is really good. I think Harvard recruits accepts a lot of people from really all over the world, all 50 states, over 80 countries.
We continue to admit students who are going to go off and become these influential and transformative citizens and citizen leaders.
Next question, why does Harvard have a low acceptance rate?
We have so many applicants every year, normally over 50,000.
As a college, there are certain things that they uphold, i.e. like having housing for students all 4 years and things like that.
The low acceptance rate really just because what they have space for to house students on campus, around 1,600 or so. And if 1 billion people apply, they can only accept 1,600.
Why does Harvard cost so much? I would say Harvard actually doesn't cost that much.
We have a pretty robust financial aid program. We are need blind. When admissions officers are looking at your application, they are not looking at your finances, at your economic status, or anything like that.
55% of our students have some sort of financial aid to go here.
Financial aid is the only reason I am able to attend here. So after exploring sort of Harvard's resources, Harvard has very comprehensive sort of financial aid initiatives, first generation resources, low income resources. For the vast majority of students, those really do take away sort of the financial burden of coming here.
So, it might cost a lot, but maybe not that much after financial aid. Okay. Why does Harvard say Veritas?
So Veritas means truth in Latin. If you look at the Harvard College shield, it is sort of a little shield and it says Veritas on it.
On Harvard's sort of emblem, there's 3 books. The top 2 are face up. They're meant to sort of symbolize the truth that has already been revealed. And the last one's face down, which is meant to sort of symbolize the truth that has yet to be revealed.
We say Veritas because we live it and we embody it on campus and off campus, and we are some very, very big, curious truth seekers.
Last question. Why does Harvard have such a high endowment?
I think a big reason is because of our very extensive alumni network who is very generous in donating to campus.
We're a very old college, and because of that, we have a lot of very active alumni committed to giving back to the sort of resources that they made a lot of use of during their time here. First board done.
Okay, next board is why do Harvard students? So question 1, what kind of students does Harvard look for? Of course, they want a student that is challenging themselves academically. So most of our students are within the top 15 to 20% of their class in high school.
Harvard is looking for students who are curious, who are getting deeply involved in the communities around them, and are seeking to transform or change them in some way, shape, or form.
Because I feel like here at Harvard, there isn't a cookie cutter image of what they're expecting, what they search for in the admissions process.
Just try to be as authentic and as genuine as you can. A lot of Harvard students are very passionate about the things that they're interested in.
Our admissions process is completely holistic, so they're really looking at students in the context of their circumstances in applying and also the area that they come from.
So the next question, what do Harvard students do for fun? A lot. I feel like there's the kind of idea that all we do is study, sleep, and study. That being said, there's so much social life here on campus. It really does depend what you actually want to do. There are so many avenues in order to explore that.
Mostly classes only take up about 15 hours of your week. The rest of your time is spent either doing homework or in extracurriculars.
Honestly, to me, an uncountable number of things to do, not just around campus, but outside of campus as well. I mean, on campus, people might go to sports games, they might go to performances. I mean, there's even things to do in the square, literally just get coffee, hang out.
We have a subway station right in Harvard Square, so it's really easy to get out into the sort of bigger city to go to a movie, go to the park.
What do all Harvard students have in common?
There's genuinely like there's no trait that I would say like every single student has here other than they're all enrolled.
Every student here has something that drives them and something that they're passionate about.
I think all of us like Remy the Harvard cat. And we all hate Yale. Just kidding.
But the question is, what do Harvard students wear? So the answer is literally anything.
I feel like thrifting is very common in like the students you see at Harvard. There's a lot of really cool thrift stores nearby. There's the Garment District. There's a couple actually in Harvard Square.
We're a lot of merch. We have the Harvard shop in the square, which is our student-run merchandise shop. We also have the co-op, also in the square.
I feel like Harvard students have some style. So usually during the winter times, all the students are just kind of like in their little sleeping bag coats, all warmed up. But when spring and fall hits, I would say that there's a lot of different styles.
There's really no like limitation to what you can or can't wear here.
Definitely varies from student to student.
I feel like I'm flying through these questions. Can Harvard? I like that one. Okay. Can Harvard lawyers practice in India? Never been asked that question. I can't see why not. Well, okay, I guess I can see actually, maybe I'm not the best person to ask this question. Maybe you should go to Google and ask this question.
Can Harvard give scholarships? So yes, Harvard has a pretty lucrative financial aid system.
The Harvard Financial Aid Office will meet 100% of your demonstrated need. So whatever you can afford to pay to go to Harvard is what you will pay to go to Harvard.
Yes, we have scholarships, but no merit or athletic scholarships.
Can Harvard employees take courses? Yes, they can take courses through the extension school, and there's also a cost assistant program if they are admitted to a Harvard grad school.
Next question. Can Harvard alumni use the library?
Yes, they can. After you graduate, your ID won't get you access to the library system anymore, but you can apply to get basically an alumni version of a undergraduate ID, and that gives you access to all of our library systems.
It is very popular for alumni to kind of stick around campus. We have a lot of alumni events where students are able to connect with alumni, because again, we have a great alumni network.
Oh my God, this is the last board.
Does Harvard University have a football team? Yes, we do, and we're the best one in the entire Ivy League.
So we have the largest D1 sport program in the US. We have 42 D1 sports. So yes, we do have a football team. Tied for a three-way tie for Ivy League champions last year.
And our football here are actually the foundation of one of our biggest traditions, which is the Harvard-Yale game. It is a game we have played since 1875.
I play with the marching band here, so I got to play at the Harvard-Yale football game. My freshman year, it was at Harvard. And the stadium absolutely packed with students from both Harvard and Yale. Okay. Does Harvard University require SAT?
Yes, we require either the SAT or ACT to apply.
Does Harvard University have sports? So Harvard College, the undergraduate school here at Harvard, has 42 Division I varsity sports. We actually have the largest Division I program in the United States.
Outside of Division I sports, we also have other options for students. There's three sort of tiers to our athletics here. We have Division I sports, which are the people who get recruited to Harvard to play sports. But then we also have club sports, which are, I would say, pretty popular on campus. And then below that, we have intramural sports,
which is played in between houses and in between freshman dorms. And each time you win a game, you earn points. And then whoever has the most points at the end of the year wins the Strauss Cup, and they get to display it in their dining hall. It's super competitive, super fun.
I'm actually a proud member of Leverett House Intramural Volleyball Team B, which is the lowest that you can go, but still very proud.
People are surprised, or maybe they don't think of Harvard being this athletic sphere in the world, but it really is.
Next question. Does Harvard University have a medical school? Yes, we do have the Harvard Medical School.
Harvard students are able to take classes at the medical school along with our other graduate school programs. It's called the One Harvard Initiative. It allows any Harvard undergraduate to take classes at any of the grad schools, including the medical school.
Our medical school has been open for hundreds of years.
I personally go to Longwood Medical Campus, which is where the Harvard Medical School is, pretty much every day to do research at the T.H. Chan School of Public Health for my senior thesis. So yes, we do have a medical school. They have a really good cafe with sushi. Well, this has been super fun.
Those are all of the web's most searched questions about Harvard and the Harvard experience and Harvard students.
I hope you found the answers that we sort of provided, if not helpful, at least interesting.
And if there are more questions, please feel free to check out Harvard's admissions webpage, and you'll be able to find tons more information there.